Okay, and first things first, because this ATV has got some age on it, your whole system, because of the KTM engine, if these go bad, somebody might get online and buy the KTM 525 or some other KTM version of this clutch, and you need to make sure that you are using the correct fluid. Some of the Husqvarna and KTM dirt bikes will run .4 or .5.1. This Magura, which I personally don't like what their choice from this company is. This is actually, I believe, magnesium metal, which is on high-end super bikes. It's for cutting weight. It's, you know, it's over in Europe, but they run a mineral oil instead of a brake fluid. If you run a brake fluid through this, it'll eat up all the seals. So you need to make sure and put exactly what's in this ATV's, what is labeled on the cap of what is going to go into this system. So I went ahead and I mean, I'm going on almost 2 years now on this ATV. I bought some bottles of Magura blood, and I'll go over and grab it real quick, and I hope that this seal's still good. Let me go grab it real quick. This stuff comes in a couple different colors, and what you'll notice is, well, actually you can't see it real well with the camera here and the lighting. The red fluid inside the bottle, because it's been sitting in the garage, is actually leaking into the color of the white bottle and has turned this bottle a shade of red, pink basically. So I just think that's kind of funny, because at first I thought that I blew a seal out, which isn't necessarily true. Had to put some gloves on. What I thought was that I had blowed the seal on the slave cylinder down below on the engine, and I actually believe it wasn't even installed properly. What we're going to do is, KTM actually has a reverse bleeder kit. I kind of made my own, which is you need a syringe with an end on it to reverse bleed the system from the engine down or the engine up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bleed down. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to pull the fluid into this line. And on the slave master cylinder, I'm not so sure that the bottom hole isn't going to have to be re-tapped. So what I need to do instead of reverse bleeding is I need to build pressure up and confirm that is going to seal onto the engine. If not, I'll be 100% honest with you. If you're watching this ATV, this thing's getting ready to go. I don't even care if I get it done. I'm coming off of a 41-day work week. I have worked 41 days in a row. And I put off working on this ATV for 2 months while I helped my neighbor with their house. And now I'm just ready for this thing to go. So we'll go ahead and pump this and try to get some of this fluid down into this master cylinder. See if we can get some pressure built up. And then I'll crank the bleeder, put a hose on it, and run it back into the tube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pump this lever a little bit, see if we can get any of the fluid down there. And it's actually starting to get tight. I'm kind of surprised. I'm going to have to recheck all my connections. So here we go. We're going to pump little air. This is going to take a long time, and this will be quite the process. We're going to pump, and then we're going to go down and open the brake bleeder. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and open this and see if we're going to get fluid moving down. Okay, I see my first problem. The 3D printed then we'll close. We're back up top. We're gonna pump, 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 and then we're gonna go down and open the bleeder. And now open. Shut. Shut it off. Continue pumping. And we'll refill the cup as needed here. Pressure held. We're going to open back up. We're going to close it. Now we're going to add more fluid. Still got plenty of air in this thing. Now we'll go down again. We'll go down again holding the lever and open the slave cylinder again. Shut it. Let off the lever. Again. It's starting to pull the fluid in. We'll open it up again. And we're going to repeat this quite a bit. Pump, 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 pump. We're going back down. We're going to open it up. Here we go. We finally got some fluid in there. We're going to shut it, which is good. Pump, pump, pump. See if I could zoom in on the fluid. You can see fluid in the tube here, which is good. We're starting to build pressure, and this will tell me if we've got any leaks as well. Gonna open this up. Yep, look at the air bubbles coming out of that. We'll shut it. Okay, we now are building pressure, so we're going to do 10 pumps, and then we're going to open this up. It's real important not to try to lose this line off of the bleeder valve. Okay, we're going to open it up again. There we go. We're going to shut it. Now we're definitely going to start seeing some fluid. It's real important that we keep the fluid topped off. Yeah, we got a lot of pressure now. That's good. I wasn't for sure if that was going to seal. That's why I put that. That's why I put that aviation sealant on that master cylinder. This needs to be done. They said this should be done every year. If you already have fluid in this and you could just take the cap and manually bleed this down instead of reverse bleeding, I kind of suggest that. We got a lot of pressure. So let's go ahead and open this back up. We're going to shut it. This is a fairly simple process to do this. We'll go down again holding the lever and open the slave cylinder again. You can see fluid in the tube here, which is good. We're starting to build pressure, and this will tell me if we've got any leaks as well. I'm gonna open this up. Yep, look at the air bubbles coming out of that. We'll shut it. Okay, so I think I'm going to bleed this down one more time and then refill it, and I think we're good. We're not getting any air bubbles up into the brake handle. But we're still getting fluid moving down the line. Okay, we now are building pressure, so we're going to do 10 pumps, and then we're going to open this up. It's real important not to try to lose this line off of the bleeder valve. Okay, we're going to open it up again. There we go. We're going to shut it. Now we're definitely going to start seeing some fluid. It's real important that we keep the fluid topped off. Yeah, we got a lot of pressure now. Very high-end braking system for cyclists. I was working in a building one time, and one of the presidents of the company had rode his bicycle in, and it had Magura front and rear brakes, and I went and I took 2 fingers on the frame of the bike, and it was all carbon fiber. The whole bike was carbon fiber. All the brakes were carbon fiber, or the tires were carbon fiber. I mean, it couldn't have weighed but maybe 8 pounds. We've got a good stiff lever here. I believe the clutch is engaged. We're going to run the fluid down just a little bit more, and then we're going to put the diaphragm back in on it. That's good. I wasn't for sure if that was going to seal. That's why I put that. That's why I put that aviation sealant on that master cylinder. This needs to be done. They said this should be done every year. If you already have fluid in this and you could just take the cap and manually bleed this down instead of reverse bleeding, I kind of suggest that. We got a lot of pressure. So let's go ahead and open this back up. We're going to shut it. we'll go ahead and get the diaphragm put back on it. Then hopefully in a couple days I'll be able to come back out here and double check everything. Make sure I don't have any leaks in the lines. Well, hell, that screwdriver just shot the hell out of my hand there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is wrap some white towels around. Oh, I do got a little bit of fluid there. What I'm doing is I'm making sure we don't have any leakers over the night. And then I'll go down to the bottom of the engine and make sure as well.